Yes, the young guns, Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen. They win on the last hole. Shannon, what was your biggest takeaway from this?
That these guys aren't good golfers, that what you watch on television with the professionals, when they make it look so easy, like every shot they be hitting and the ball don't curve and go all over their skip. And they can
it curves when they want it to.
That's what I'm saying.
To be right.
How they can wrap it around a tree or wrap it around this and carry this and carry that. You're like, that's not easy. Because I go to Top Golf and I'm spread. I ain't put it nowhere where it's.
I told you the young guns are going to hit it a long ways, but it's going to go off the golf course, and it often went into the next fairway.
It did. But it was a very entertaining match. I like the fact that
it was the best one I've watched of these matches.
Because it came down to the final.
It did.
And the shot that Aaron Rodgers hit, the drive was sensational. It was very. I mean, you see pros hit shots like that.
You're talking about the tee shot on the par three.
The par three, the 12th.
Yes. I got to tell you, that was a professional shot.
That was a big-time shot.
Because he played the fade into the par threes like 166 yards.
Yes.
And it was in tight.
He stuck it, but what the more impressive was the putt. The break, he played the break, and he knew it because he started. He was almost like Tiger. How Tiger be walking in it.
He did at the PGA. He did. He walked it in.
In other words, he bailed your guy out.
No.
Yeah, he bailed your guy. Don't do this.
No.
Skip, don't do this.
No.
Skip, don't do this. You know he bailed your guy out yesterday.
Did you watch the 10th hole?
So it's only one hole.
The 10th hole, they were down a hole on number 10, and Tom Brady made a big putt. Can we see that putt Tom Brady made on 10?
Skip, don't do this.
This ties the match right here. This is number 10, and Brady, it's his turn, and he's got a little right to lefter, and he bangs it right in the heart of the cup. Nothing but net on that one to tie the match. So he didn't bail him out. He bailed him out.
No.
And by the way, I got to make this point. Every time Brady would have a putt, he would let Aaron read it, and Tom would say, what is it, 2 balls to the right? And Aaron would say, no. It's only 1 ball at the most to the right. And Tom said, really? And Tom would always do what Aaron suggested on the read and miss the putt.
Oh, so now you blame that guy.
You gotta shut him out. Don't listen to him.
Okay, then. Shut him out. Why you keep asking him then?
He's jealous.
So the man tried to sabotage you.
Yeah, his own team.
He don't want to win. Yeah. So he's going to sabotage his own opportunity to win. And Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes could have picked me. He could have picked me.
I agree with that.
I already know I'm terrible. I've never really been on the golf course ahead. I rode the golf cart back in the day. But Josh Allen, man, I don't know what that was. And they keep telling me, what did they say his handicap was?
I don't know.
Whatever it is.
He kept admitting, I'm piggybacking you the whole way.
Maybe he should have started drinking like Mahomes, because at least Mahomes would seems like every hole.
As soon as he went, he started to hit some shots.
Yes.
Okay.
But like I said, Skip, it was a big time. I mean, I thought for a second there, for like the last 3 holes, I was like, okay, the young guns might actually do this thing. And then, Pat hit his one way, and then Josh hit his the other way. The other guys saw the opening. They took advantage of the opening, and that's what you do. That's what you see in the tournaments. You see these guys come like, well, he got this one, and you make one mistake, and then it snowballs, and the other guy just keeps coming, and he tracked him down. But big time win by Rodgers and TB. TB wasn't very good yesterday. Aaron Rodgers played really well yesterday, and that shot on 12, Skip, that's probably as good a shot as you can see from someone of those calibers. Now, professional golfers, I mean, probably what do you think? 8 out of 10 could probably stick that shot. Well, maybe not in a situation like that.
I mean, this is for all the...
Right.
And remember, it's on national TV.
Maybe not 8 out of 10 can stick it, Skip, when the tournament is on the line.
Yeah, I agree.
But in a normal circumstances, day 1, day 2, 8 out of 10, maybe 9 out of 10 golfers can stick that shot.
Maybe 9 out of 10.
But when the money's on the line, I'm going to give Aaron Rodgers kudos. That was a big-time shot and an even bigger-time putt.
Okay. I'm going to start with my first takeaway on your man, Aaron Rodgers. And I'm going to say something very nice about him because I do know golf, and I do play golf, and I know the golf swing pretty well, even though mine has some demons in it that I can't fix myself. But
your swing is more Charles Barkley.
No, it's not. You want to bet on that? I'll play Charles for his life right now, today, if he would like to. Okay. What in just watching the 12 holes of golf swings, What I took away from that man, Aaron Rodgers' golf swing is he is by far the best athlete of those four, all around, because the golf swing does have athletic components to it, and his is extremely athletic because you can see what a smooth, effortless athlete he is gifted to be, because it translates into football because, as you say, he's a transcendent thrower of the football because he's just supremely gifted athletically.
Right.
It's smooth athleticism. It's cool athleticism. It's effortless athleticism.
Right.
You can see it in his golf swing because, Shannon, he gets the club back past parallel like John Daly. You know, it dips down toward the ground.
You can see it on the other side.
You can see it dipping toward the ground. It's hard to be that flexible and get the club face back flush against the ball the way he does it. And he hit a couple of mystery balls that went to the right. He will slice it sometimes. But when he catches it in rhythm, he's the longest of those guys to me, even though Patrick attacks the golf ball like a baseball player would because that's what he used to be.
Correct.
His swing is more of a baseball swing because Patrick at the top of the swing just completely breaks down, bends his left elbow, bends his right. It goes into a baseball swing, and then he just attacks.
Right.
And he's a strong young man.
Right.
So is Josh.
Yes.
And if they catch it flush with the club face flush and it goes semi-straight, it'll go a pretty good way.
Well, if the fairway is 100 yards wide, both of them are going to be great. But unfortunately, the fairway is not that wide.
They're not. But that guy, Aaron Rodgers, hit a big-time golf shot on 12 to put himself into position, and then he clutched up and made that putt.
Right.
Unfortunately, football is not played in June, and unfortunately, golf is not played in January at Lambeau Field because he clutched up there, but it stung me because it brought me back to the reality. Well, why can't he translate that into football when you're the number one seed in a home game because he's lost his last two home games as the number one seed, and they haven't won a Super Bowl for now 12 years.
Right.
And he's now, 7-9 since his Super Bowl win?
2011?
Whew. Yeah. Well, he's come up pretty small in the playoffs pretty regularly, so it was ironic that he was the one who out-clutched, even though Brady made a big putt on Tim, but in the end, he out-clutched Tom Brady.
Yes.
All right, now to Brady. Biggest takeaway of the day. Brady stole the show above the golf. Not the golf, not the actual performance with the golf club in his hand, but throughout the day, he took the whole show over.
The little quips.
With his quips, with his clever trash talk, and with his incredibly quick and comical responses to either Barkley or J.J. Watt or Ernie or whoever was upstairs.
Yeah. And I don't know who the golfer was. I'm sure they had a golfer.
It's Trevor Immelman, who's won the Masters.
Yeah, right.
He did win the Masters, and he's very good and extremely knowledgeable.
Right.
So Tom is responding constantly to them, and he's showing a side I never even saw a hint of in 20 years in New England.
Right.
This is a shocking coming out party for Tom Brady, and I thought yesterday was a validation of why I think he's, and you can accuse me of being a homer here, but I think he's going to be great at what he does for this network when he does decide to retire.
Skip, I think the best thing that Tom Brady did is that he hired a team. He hired a social media team, and he hired someone to say, bro, you bland as hell. He said that golly gee whiz stuff is not playing anymore.
It doesn't work.
And he's changed, and I agree with you.
Okay, but you can't be funny if you're not funny. You can't be a quipster if you don't have the ability. He's got the ability, and it was on full display on live national television.
Right. But and a lot of that, Skip, is that being in a setting that you're comfortable in, he's always guarded. And when he's in a situation, he's kind of let his guard down. When he's dealing with the media, it's up. Y'all trying to catch me in something. So now, Skip, he's with Josh and he's with other quarterbacks, and you know how quarterbacks are with other quarterbacks. They have a good time.
Well, it's like you in the locker room, with the doors closed.
With the doors closed.
Yeah.
And then okay, here they come. Yeah. Hey, how you guys doing? Yeah. And now but that, Skip, the best thing he did, that social media team and that whatever they call them, Skip, branding or whatever because they're like, Tom, you got to show a side of you, the side that people always see in you in the locker room and you go, geology with and this and that. Is not working outside of just the football. If you're trying to build a brand, you're going to have to show a side of you. People are going to feel like, man, I can have a beer with Tom. I can go over his house and we can shoot hoops and we can just talk.
Because I think you could.
Yes. I don't know who he got, but he saw the way Peyton.
He did.
Skip, Peyton is, man, I would have talked to Peyton. I would have hang out with Peyton. And Tom is kind of getting that way, Skip. It took him a while for him to open up. But his social media team, he's doing things that are a lot more funny, not just jumping in a pile of leaves.
Yep.
He has the funny memes up, Skip. And like you said, yesterday you got an opportunity to see a side of him that he's starting to show a little bit more of.
And in the end, it was a pleasure to watch him because he set the early tone. And again, we don't really want this on Fox when he sits up in the booth, but he set the early tone for the trash talking. He just walked right up on the first tee and said on live national TV, let's F them up.
Yeah.
And it went boom right out on TV.
Yeah.
But it set the tone, even though we don't want that on Fox, but it showed you that that's the real guy. He just said, I'm letting my hair completely down. I'm going to be me today.
Oh, man, he was like talking crazy. He was like, oh, yeah, I hit that one chunky like Josh. I like, okay.
That was Josh Allen. Josh Allen. And it was a real shot because Josh came with a golf ball that had a little picture of Brady at the combine with the shirt off, right?
Yes.
Just to shame him. And then Josh, unfortunately, could not back up the trash talk on his golf ball.
Yeah. So, Skip, and I'm watching things like that, and I'm, texting my brother back and forth and say, what you think? They're like, they're okay, but